Inside PressBox is presented by Freedmont Mortgage. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong lender. Go to Freedmont.com now for all of your mortgage needs. Welcome to another edition of Inside PressBox. I'm your host, Stan the Fan Charles. On this week's show, I'll be joined by Sylvia Mackey, the wife of the late, great John Mackey. Sylvia stopped by the PressBox corporate office earlier this week. While she was there, I had the opportunity to speak with her about John, their life together, and the honor he'll be receiving this coming week at the Sports Legends event on December 6th. But first, Thanksgiving in Baltimore was special this year as the Harbaugh brothers went to battle at M&T Bank Stadium. But for many Baltimoreans, the biggest game of the day took place that morning as Calvert Hall defeated Loyola in the 92nd Turkey Bowl. We'll be joined momentarily by Donald Davis, the head coach of the Calvert Hall Cardinals. But right now, because Channel 2 broadcast the game, we had the ability to go into the locker room as he gets his team ready to take the field, and Ray Lewis has got nothing on him.
Your coaches have prepared you extremely well, even in the short time we've had. You're a great football team. You still are who you are. Whether we're on a short week or a long week, no matter who we're playing, you are who you are, they are who they are. They're going to come out, they're going to throw the kitchen sink at you. All you've got to do is stand tough. Stand tough and stand together, and we're going to be successful today. You're going to get everything you want out of this thing. Now, if I got to get you fired up, everybody's wondering, can you guys get fired up after the game last week? If I got to get you fired up, you're in a heck of a lot of trouble. I shouldn't have to get you fired up. Does it burn inside you right now? Yes, sir. Does it burn inside you right now?
Yes, sir.
Then go let it out. Let's go. Let's go.
And joining us right now is the head coach of the Calvert Hall Cardinals, and that is Don Davis. How are you, Coach?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on.
All right. You like that, don't you? That part of it, getting the team ready.
I guess one of the great things about being particularly a high school football coach is the intimate times you have in the locker room with your team, the amount of times we spend with the kids in preparation, having that moment before you go out and have the kids play in a game and to really be able to talk to them that last time is always exciting. It's exciting for them, exciting for me. You guys just happen to have cameras that can catch it. But for us, I mean, it's what we do on a daily basis.
Hey, we had you on, I forget whether it was last year or the year before that, and we had you on last year, but when you got to Calvert Hall, the Calvert Hall had struggled for a little bit. The last 3 years, you're 29-7 over there. That's pretty heady stuff, isn't it, Coach?
We're blessed. I mean, again, it starts at the very top. We have a tremendous administration. We have a faculty that supports both our student athletes and our student body, and we have students who support us. So to have a great supporting cast, it makes it easy for young men to want to play in our program, and for our coaches, it makes it easier for us to do our job. So it's really a collective thing for our entire school community.
Is that when they talk about how a coach has got his players, you know, it's going to take a couple of years until he gets his players? This was your first batch of your players that coalesced around having played for you.
Well, one of the things we're fortunate to have is Calvert Hall man is a Calvert Hall man. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, regardless of who the head football coach is. But for me, this is a group of kids who have been at Calvert Hall with us exclusively as a staff. So having that opportunity, I certainly think has helped aid our success in having the kids be in our system from the time they got here to the time they're seniors.
Now, the number I heard was 31. That's how many seniors you had this year. So that means next year you're going to be kind of the reverse. You're going to be a real young club next year, correct?
We are, and this is a senior class that's going to be particularly difficult to replace. I mean, not just on the football field, but some of the personalities and what those young men brought to the locker room over the last 3, and then C.J. Williams' case 4 years on the varsity for us. So it's going to be a tough task, but I have a great staff, and I look forward to the challenge.
Tell me about your staff. Who is on that staff?
We've got a big staff. So on the offensive side of the ball, Bo Hatter and Chris Cook are really pulling the strings there. I've got a great group of offensive line coaches in Tex Williams, Phil Hines and Bob Corton. Skip Hartley, who was one of my coaches when I was at Calvert Hall, is coaching the backfield, and Mike Williams is coaching the quarterbacks. On the defensive side of the ball, Ed Holshoe, who was a longtime coach at Centennial and Mount Hebron, has also coached at McDonough, is doing a tremendous job there with Vernon Southwick, also really helping him put things together there. Vernon's son, Adam Southwick, is one of our defensive line coaches. Frank Richard, Frank Carreri, also coached the defensive line. Dante Higgins is coaching linebackers, and Corey Robinson's coaching over the top in the secondary. So again, I'm blessed to have a great staff, a big staff, but a bunch of guys who are really committed to the same thing.
Tell me about your quarterback, Thomas Stewart. I understand he was really, really good. Senior. Where's he going next year, and can he play at the next level?
Right now, we're looking into the Ivy Leagues. That's where most of his opportunities are going to present themselves. I look at Thomas's success, I think.
And is this Thomas right here?
This is Thomas,
Yeah.
wheeling and dealing, making a play there on Thanksgiving. One of the things that we're fortunate to have in Thomas is a kid who can move. He's mobile in the pocket. He's got an arm. He can make all the throws, and he understands the game. More than that, he's got some of the things you cannot measure. Everyone measures whether the kid is 6'1" or 6 foot or 5'11". I watched Drew Brees the other night, and I think Thomas is maybe taller than Drew Brees. I think Drew Brees is as fine an NFL quarterback as there is around, and I believe Thomas is as fine a high school quarterback as there is around. We're blessed to have him.
Now, not to compare him to Tim Tebow, but what do you make of that whole discussion and debate about Tim Tebow? If a guy can win and it doesn't look beautiful, but he's still winning, I mean, there's something to the motivation that guy imbibes in his teammates.
I think the most important piece of being a starting quarterback at any level is having the confidence of the other men around you. And Tim Tebow, as I guess embattled as he's been, I mean, he has a great many critics.
5-1, yeah.
The men in the locker room in Denver seem to gravitate to him, and they play hard for him. The defense believes in him because he doesn't turn the football over, and the receivers are now starting to make plays. He had a big play down the field this week, which I think kind of silenced a little bit of the he can't throw the ball down the field, all he does is run rumblings. So I think the young guy deserves an opportunity to continue to grow and learn and really become an NFL quarterback. But what he does do is he has captured the confidence of that locker room. Those guys believe in him. And at that point, if a guy can do that, he is your quarterback.
Well, and some teams have a coach that they believe in, and your team has believed in you to the tune of 29-7 over the last 3 seasons. Couldn't be more proud of you. You're growing into quite a great coach.
Thank you. God bless. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Pleasure. Don Davis from Calvert Hall. And we will return, and I'll be joined by Sylvia Mackey, the wife of former Baltimore Colts player John Mackey, the Hall of Famer. We'll be right back. Stan, PressBox, and Sports Authority are celebrating youth sports this year. Register a youth team you know about at PressBoxOnline.com, and that team's entire youth organization could win unbelievable discounts at Sports Authority. Go to PressBoxOnline.com for complete details.